Imagine mysterious meteorites crash landing on Earth and unusual artifacts that might just be of extraterrestrial origin. In this video, we're exploring 8 extraordinary objects that are, believe it or not from our planet. Get ready to dive into the bizarre and mind-boggling. Number 8. Pacle Sarcophagus Lid. The sarcophagus lid of Pacle, housed in the Temple of Inscriptions in Palenque, is a source of intrigue and debate. This artifact, part of the tomb of the Maya ruler Kinich Janab Pakal, often called King Pakal, has spurred various interpretations, especially from those interested in extraterrestrial theories. Carved from a single block, this lid measures about 7 feet by 12 feet and weighs a hefty 7 tons. It's the interpretation of the carvings that really stirs up conversation. Advocates of ancient alien theories, like Eric von Däniken in his book Chariots of the Gods, suggest that the depiction on the lid shows Pakal interacting with machinery, possibly in a spacecraft. They interpret his posture as similar to that of modern astronauts during takeoff, with Pakal seemingly manipulating controls and operating pedals. However, this view is highly speculative and not supported by mainstream archaeology. Experts in Mayan history and art interpret the sarcophagus lid as a classic depiction of Mayan cosmology. They suggest it portrays Pakal's transition to the afterlife with symbols like the sun, moon, stars, and a world tree, which is a central theme in Mayan belief, symbolizing the connection between heaven, earth, and the underworld. There's also controversy regarding Pakal's physical remains. There's been debate over his age at death, with some theories suggesting he was as old as 80, despite the average lifespan of a Mayan being much lower. This tomb, with its rich history and mysterious iconography, continues to be a source of fascination and debate. Number 7. Clerks dorp spheres. Discovered by South African miners in the 1970s, the Clerks dorp spheres, also known as Moki marbles or Ryle spheres, are a real puzzler. These ancient objects are estimated to be about 3 billion years old, and it's their precise symmetry that really gets people talking. The spheres vary in size and are mostly made of hematite, which gives them a striking reddish-brown hue. But it's the concentric grooves on their surfaces that have really sparked a world of theories. Some people think these spheres might be more than just odd geological formations. Could they be remnants of an ancient civilization, or perhaps evidence of extraterrestrial involvement? One of the wilder theories out there even suggests that these could be technological relics left by advanced alien visitors. It's an idea that plays into our deep fascination with the unknown and the potential for intelligent life beyond our planet. However, the scientific community mostly sees the Clerks dorp spheres as a natural phenomenon formed through a process known as concretion. This process involves minerals solidifying around a core, often resulting in spherical shapes. While the idea of alien artifacts might be more thrilling, the explanation of concretion fits our current understanding of geological phenomena. Number 6. A aidos helicopter. Here's a historical puzzle that sparked its fair share of debate. In ancient Egyptian temples, there are hieroglyphs that some say look eerily like modern vehicles, such as helicopters and submarines. These carvings have become a hotbed for pseudo-scientific theories, with some claiming they're evidence of advanced ancient technology or even proof of extraterrestrial visits. This idea has been especially embraced by ancient astronaut theorists who see these images as signs of an advanced civilization or alien influence in ancient Egypt. But mainstream Egyptologists and scholars offer a more down-to-earth explanation. They attribute these curious carvings to what's known as a palimpsest effect. This phenomenon happens when inscriptions overlap, as seen in the Temple of Seti Bremen during the reign of his son, Ramses II. What looks like helicopters and other modern symbols are actually the result of 2 different sets of hieroglyphs superimposed over one another. Over time, erosion made these overlapping carvings resemble modern machinery. The original inscriptions date back to Seti I's reign and were later altered by Ramses II. This kind of recarving was pretty standard in ancient Egypt, particularly when a new pharaoh wanted to overwrite the symbols of their predecessors. Despite this logical explanation, the mystery and intrigue of these carvings keep many wondering if there's more to the story, perhaps even a link to otherworldly visitors. Number 5. Elizabeth Fowler's encounter. Imagine dozing off on your couch and suddenly a meteorite crashes through your ceiling and hits you. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, this actually happened to Anne Elizabeth Fowler Hodges in November 1954. She made history as the only person recorded to have been struck by a meteorite and lived to tell the tale. The meteorite, named Hodge's meteorite, understandably caused a sensation. After a military examination, it was returned to Anne and her husband. But then, a bizarre twist. They ended up in a legal tussle with their landlord over who owned the meteorite, settling the dispute for $500. It's a bit odd to think the landlord staked a claim on the space rock, especially since Anne was the one who bore the impact. The ordeal left Anne with health issues and anxiety, which is understandable considering the trauma of the incident. Initially, the meteorite drew offers in the thousands, but as time passed, interest faded. Anne ultimately sold it to the Alabama Museum of Natural History for $25. Imagine a piece of space right in your living room, changing your life in more ways than one. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Check out this perplexing image that's got everyone talking. It shows what appears to be debris, firmly implanted in the ground, creating a pattern that screams high-impact crash. The twist? This photo, posted anonymously, was snapped in a secluded area of South America. By the time others tried to investigate the site, the object had vanished without a trace. This sudden disappearance has sparked a wildfire of theories. Some are leaning towards the idea of a hasty government intervention, suggesting a deliberate attempt to keep this object away from the public eye. Could it be a cover-up? Then there are even more intriguing theories, suggesting the possibility that this could be self-erasing extraterrestrial evidence. Yes, you heard that right. This aligns with our long-standing fascination with UFOs and the mysterious traces they are rumored to leave behind. So, what's your take? Could this image be the elusive proof of alien visitation we've been looking for, or is there a more earthly explanation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 4. Black Knight Satellite. Let's dive into a fascinating and enduring alien conspiracy, the Black Knight Satellite. According to this theory, an extraterrestrial spacecraft has been orbiting Earth since the Stone Age. Proponents believe that NASA and various governments have been keeping this a secret. But why? That remains part of the enigma. The story finds some roots in 1899 when Nikola Tesla, working in his Colorado lab, picked up unusual electrical signals. He thought these might be communications from intelligent beings in space, leading some to speculate that these were messages from the Black Knight satellite. Fast forward to 1954. UFO researcher Donald Keyhoe claimed that the U.S. Air Force had detected 2 satellites orbiting Earth, long before any nation had the capability to launch them. Adding to the mystery, in 1960, the U.S. Navy spotted a dark object in orbit, initially suspected to be a Soviet spy satellite. It turned out to be debris from an Air Force satellite, but the intrigue around the Black Knight didn't end there. In 1998, a NASA photo showed a peculiar object in orbit, quickly dubbed the Black Knight satellite by conspiracy theorists. NASA, however, clarified that it was just a thermal blanket lost during an International Space Station construction mission. The Black Knight satellite remains one of the most captivating alien-related stories, with a collection of incidents and claims surrounding it. Is there any truth to this otherworldly tale, or is it simply a string of coincidences woven into an elaborate hoax? Number 3. Baghdad Battery. Can you imagine ancient people knowing about batteries while the Romans were busy with their battles? It seems far-fetched, but the Baghdad Battery might just be evidence of this. Discovered near Baghdad, Iraq, these artifacts are believed to date back to the Parthian period, around 250 BCE to 224 AD, though some think they could be from the Sasanian period between 224 and 650 AD. The discovery was made in 1938 by Wilhelm Koenig, an assistant at the Iraq Museum, who stumbled upon these jars and speculated they could be ancient batteries. Each one is a small clay jar, about 5 inches tall, with a copper cylinder sealed at the bottom and capped with asphalt. An iron rod inside the cylinder hints that these jars, when filled with an acidic agent like vinegar or wine, could have acted as a galvanic cell, generating a small electric current. But how could this be? The idea of the Baghdad Battery being an ancient electrical device has sparked all sorts of theories. Some think it could have been used for electroplating, but experts argue that the era's methods and artifacts indicate different techniques, like fire gilding with mercury. Others have suggested it might have been used for medical electrotherapy or electroacupuncture. However, these are just speculations, as there's no concrete evidence to back these uses. And of course, there are those who believe the Baghdad Battery was the work of extraterrestrials, sharing their advanced knowledge with ancient people. While these theories are intriguing, the true purpose of the Baghdad Battery remains a mystery. leaving us to wonder about the ingenious capabilities of our ancestors. Number 2. Antarctic UFO. Deep in the icy realms of Antarctica, near the majestic Mount Pacle, a peculiar object caught the eye of Google Earth users. This intriguing image, appearing to show something unusual nestled in the snowy expanse, sparked a flurry of speculation. Could it be a UFO sighting or evidence of an extraterrestrial crash landing? The object stood out starkly against the pristine white landscape, fueling theories about otherworldly visitors to our planet. Despite the buzz about potential alien connections, a more down-to-earth explanation emerged. Experts took a closer look and suggested a different story. Geologist Richard Waller weighed in, proposing that the mysterious image likely captured a natural event, the aftermath of a segment of a hanging glacier breaking away. So, is this peculiar Antarctic anomaly a visitor from outer space, or just a fascinating play of nature? The jury is still out on that one, and it continues to be a topic of lively debate. Anther it's a UFO or a natural phenomenon, it certainly adds a layer of mystery to the enigmatic and remote world of Antarctica. Number 1. Antira Mechanism. Have you ever heard of the Antira Mechanism? This remarkable artifact, often hailed as the most enigmatic object discovered on our planet, was found in a shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera in 1900. Dating back to the 2nd century BC, this intricate device, with at least 30 known gears, is believed to be an early analog computer used for predicting astronomical events. Given its complexity, some have speculated that its origins are not of this world. Advocates of ancient alien theories, like Georgios Tsoukalos, suggest that the sophistication of the Antikythera mechanism could point to knowledge imparted by extraterrestrial beings. They see it as a possible outcome of advanced alien technology that was either given to or developed by ancient humans. However, while the Antikythera mechanism is undeniably sophisticated, indicating a high level of technological know-how in ancient Greek society, there's no solid evidence to back up the idea of extraterrestrial involvement in its creation. This lack of proof doesn't deter believers in extraterrestrial theories, though. The true origin of the Antikythera mechanism remains a hot topic for research and debate, keeping us wondering about the incredible capabilities of our ancestors and the mysteries still hidden in our past.